360 the Poet here, informing you that the scariest show to hit Las Vegas is coming this October to the Arts District. Abandon your fears and enter into our haunted asylum where the mind of the Marquis de Sade, the most notorious writer in history, comes to life. Immerse yourself in Las Vegas's newest haunted show. Join us at Vegas Theater Company in the Downtown Arts District and scream with abandon. Show is R-rated, not suitable for those under 17. Tickets available at abandonvegas.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. On hot7025fm.com.
Oh, there we go. See? I could hear myself because I was thinking it. Y'all just couldn't hear me yet because I ain't turned the mic up. But, hey, welcome back. What a wonderful Wednesday. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Me, myself, I'm doing great. I got no complaints. I mean, besides complaining, it wouldn't really fix anything anyway, would it? But in the meantime, let's go ahead and jump into it for today. It is Wednesday. Sorry about last week. We had some issues with the guest coming in. Neither here nor there. It's all good. You know, we'll get everything worked out and get everything situated. Anyway, it has been a great week. I definitely want to start off by talking about my week because it was productive in a way. And honestly, I did a lot of sleeping, so I did get a lot of rest. So, you already know how that went. I was super excited to be able to get some sleep. Monday, man, I'll tell you, Monday, all I did, I don't even think I left the bed really Monday. I just slept. Was that Monday? I can't remember. But I got some good sleep. I caught up on my rest. Then these last couple days wore me out, yesterday and today. So I'm pretty sure tonight when I get home from work, I'm probably going to just KO. I ain't even going to lie to myself. I'm going to probably knock right on out and call it a day. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the week and what was going on there. So, Terrence's 7th birthday party is going to be Saturday, October 21st. So in 3 days, I didn't notice that. It's in 3 days. Everything about his birthday party has been taken care of. Again, you know, me and his mom, we go hard when it comes to the birthdays and the parties. When it comes to the kids, you know, we do our thing. Great at co-parenting, amazing at it. We get shit taken care of, you know. Other stuff we have issues with, but it's neither here nor there. So we ended up getting all the decorations. Anything I forgot to get, I rushed to go get it the other day, and then I found out she already did. So kudos to her for that. Appreciate the teamwork on getting all of that resolved and taken care of. All of the costumes have been sized, ordered. Everybody fits their costumes. Everybody's good to go. We don't have to worry about that. Again, the birthday party is not it's not a requirement to wear a costume, but it would be great if you did. The theme is Justice League, but feel free to wear any costume. It doesn't really matter. It's close enough to Halloween where you can get away with it. So I always tell people that. But again, we got everything done, taken care of. Invitations have been sent out. Some people I have forgotten. It's not intentional. It's not on purpose. It's just because, honestly, I don't really fuck with a lot of people. But I know a lot of y'all fuck with me and my son. And I didn't reach out unintentionally. You know what I mean? I just, I didn't reach out to, I did say that right. I didn't reach out unintentionally. I just be forgetting, you know. I got a lot going on. I got 4 kids, man. I got a full-time job I work 50 hours a week at. I got side hustles I do with weddings and events and stuff like that. I just be busy and I be tired, and I don't really like to be in my phone like that, you know what I mean? It just be exhausting sometimes. Some days I come home and I'll turn on Hulu or Netflix and just sit there for a couple hours until I fall asleep, because I don't want to socialize and do nothing but just lay there, in peace, But if I forgot you, please feel free to come. The flyer's on social media. Feel free to reach out to me. Again, it's his 7th birthday. Justice League is the theme. He can't wait. I can't wait. I gave him part of his birthday present yesterday, I want to say. So part of his present was that I ended up getting him a skin for his PlayStation 5, but I ended up getting the the skin to go over his PlayStation 5 covers and the remotes. So it was the Ultimate Spider-Man, where it got all the different Spider-Man on it. Of course, he loved it. He was happy about it. And we put it on together, so that way he got that experience of how to be careful, how to get it on, how to line it up right. It was pretty fun. The controller was probably the funnest part because he was able to get that down with little to no help. So I was happy about that. And there's a couple of things that, probably weren't positioned in the right way, but overall, if you weren't there to see it, you wouldn't even know that it happened, honestly. So I think he did a good job on that. But he was real happy about that skin he got. The rest of his present, he'll get tomorrow. He don't know yet, but the Spider-Man game comes out tomorrow, and it comes out at 9 p.m. So I asked one of my coworkers to switch with me for that day. And me and him are going to go ahead and he'll get the other part of his birthday present then. We'll be playing a new Spider-Man game together. I can't wait for him to see that. I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy. Pretty sure he's going to be super happy. And I really can't wait to see the birthday party, though, because we put a lot of work into it, and he really wanted his friends to come from school and all of that good stuff. So that's pretty cool to do. Also, within this past week, I finally went out and got that massage I've been talking about. It's about time that I've held my word up to get that massage. I finally got one. It was like a 20-minute massage, and even though I'm not saying it was the best, but it was great, for what it was worth, for the amount of time and the money, it was definitely worth it. I needed it, I've been having that back pain, it's like, that definitely helped out. It definitely helped out, for sure. I've actually been, this past week I was real busy, man. I've been real busy. This past week I had to do, Friday alone I had to do 3 different weddings. I had to reverend 3 different ceremonies. I know y'all keep being so shocked and surprised that I'm ordained, but hey, y'all will get past it one day. Y'all will. And when y'all do, holla at me, Also, what I've been learning in this last week is, for the ladies, it is shoot your shot season, from what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing. It is time for it to be time for y'all to jump in DMs or reach out or whatever the case may be. A lot of the fellas are actually happy to see it. I'll tell you right now, if I seen somebody shoot their shot, I'm gonna appreciate it. Like, hey, you was bold enough to do that. Let's talk. Let's conversate. Some of y'all are scared. Y'all talking about that whole men should be chasing the women, and I think we should be chasing each other. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's how you keep the spark going anyway. You should be chasing each other. Me, personally, I'm pathologically shy. So, I don't really reach out. I cover it up with humor and comedy. You know what I mean? So if I can make you laugh, I'm pretty sure I can get your attention, because I think I'm one funny guy. Or I could be wrong. To some people, I'm not. My baby mama hate it. She hate me. She don't like any part of my comedy. But I think that's because we have kids together, and the history there. So, yeah. But I think I'm pretty fucking hilarious, if you ask me. But, again, the fellas are waiting on y'all to shoot y'all shot. It's definitely time to do so. However, I had to say these back to back because this next one I'm going to spend a little bit of time on because I just don't understand what's going on. So, going around, or word around town is there somebody that has been spreading an STD. Social media is one hell of a platform, right? There's a certain person, a certain man that has been going around spreading a certain something that, can't get rid of. You just got to let it burn. No pun intended to that. And here's my question to everybody else, because there's men and there's women that do that intentionally. They are spreading these diseases with no problem. So what I think about that is that those people should be in jail, right? Let's just be honest. They should be in jail because you're just out here knowingly spreading stuff that people can't get rid of. That is disrespectful to the highest. And you playing with people's health. And some of these people got kids or sick families or whatever the case may be. And you just doing this to these people. That's wrong and disrespectful. Now, just to play, devil's advocate. I also want to hold the other people accountable on why are y'all out here just sleeping with these people that you don't know with no protection? Why are you out here just jumping into bed and raw dogging everything or letting somebody raw dog you and you not asking questions? You're not asking about, history or, test results. And if anybody ever tells you that it's hard to show you anything like that, tell them they wrong. They are completely wrong. Completely. Because I've got no problem. I don't care if I go every 6 to 8 months to get tested. So at least within the last 6 months I've got test results. At least. Okay? At least the last 8 months, I guess I should say. I have test results. Ask to see them. And it's something that you should be able to see, right? Or even talk about it. But when y'all are sitting here and, y'all are in lust so much, I guess you letting the lust control your thought process. Because there's no way I'm finna just be wheeling and dealing it around and those conversations aren't being had. No way. Ain't no way. I take my health very serious. I don't mind pulling up test results. Hell, I don't mind. Fuck test results. Let's go get tested together. How about that? I'll one up you. Let's get real live results. Real deal time. So if anybody gives you shit or talks to you a certain way because you're concerned about your health, and you want to make sure that, you ain't got no STDs, man, you already need to know that's a red flag right there. Because I'm telling you right now as a man, any woman that comes across my path and has that conversation, I don't mind. Let's talk about it. You want to see results? You want me to go get tested? That's fine. Let's go do it. I got no issue, and I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to say, why should I? I'm not going to do nothing. I don't give a fuck if it was last week I got results from you. You wanted me to get retested. All right, let's do it. Because I've got nothing to hide at all. Some of you are afraid of uncomfortable conversations. And I don't even know how that conversation became uncomfortable. I think that should be a very comfortable conversation to have. That I'm worried about my well-being versus just letting you go ahead and give me something I may possibly regret or may not be able to get rid of. Since when is that okay? You tell me that, and I'll show you a perfect human being. That's what I'll do. It has never been okay. Every conversation you will need to have with somebody else when it comes to your health or your personal well-being, it should always be comfortable. It should always be comfortable. Now, I'm going to X out those conversations that involve you talking about childhood trauma, and I don't want to say what kind of childhood trauma, but I think we all know what I'm saying. Then, that's a completely different conversation. We'll take that, case-by-case scenario. But in general, when it's about your, well-being, especially sexually, it's all of these STDs out there, and y'all's nasty, man. Ain't no way I can be out here and just, nah, I'm good. Ain't no way. Can't do it. It's too risky to do something like that, especially when you got a family. It's too risky. And then a lot of y'all are actually like, this is my thing too. This is what confuses me. Everyone's so worried about being safe, but don't want to take the steps and the measures it takes to be safe. I don't care listen, y'all men be mad if a woman hands you a condom. You should be happy that she's being safe. It ain't about why she got it, what's going on. She's being safe. So whether or not you want to be safe, she's safe. So she's taking care of herself. And vice versa. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I've turned down women. Like, I put my clothes back on and walked out of rooms when a woman has gotten upset with me over having a condom. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no. That's the kind of vibe you on? I gotta go. That's a red flag to me. You tripping with me because I'm being safe with myself? I don't give a fuck if you knew you were safe. I don't know anything, so I'm taking precautions. Better safe than sorry. Right? And so for everyone out here falling for these little things, or and it sucks that people are getting these diseases and STDs. It even sucks for the ones that are getting the ones they can't get rid of. Horrible. But that happening, you receive a valuable lesson. I'm not saying you took a loss. I'm saying you receive a valuable lesson. Take care of yourself. I know we're all trusting, or some of us are very trusting, but we can't be that trusting. I am very kind-hearted and open and trusting, but one thing I'm not finna be that with is my sexual health, or my health in general. Not gonna happen. We are too old to not be able to know what that is. We all have common sense. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, we all have common sense. Some of y'all just choose to ignore it. You want to be that way. You have that little angel on your shoulder that tells you, and that devil on the other side telling you right from wrong. You all have it. But some of you choose to ignore it. And it's all good. It is what it is. But one thing I'm not finna ignore is the shit that comes with being healthy. I'm sorry. I want to be here for as long as I can for my children and myself. And it's just some things I'm not going to play with. So with that situation happening and going around, and they starting to point out people that was dealing with the person on social media. They just calling people out. They putting it on blast. By now, probably the whole world know the name. I'm not going to say the name. I don't want nothing coming back on me for slander or nothing like that. But it's wild that is happening. And I think people should really just be more careful on their sexual partners. And when I say that, ask the right questions. Go get tested together, or ask for recent results. Do your research. Don't just jump right into it. And I get it. We all have one night stands, so you can't do all of that, right? But you can be safe and use protection. They have condoms at every gas station, every corner store, whatever you want to call it. You have, I'm pretty sure on the way to your destination or where you're going, you are going to be in hell. Some of these bathrooms even got attendants that sell them now. Like, there's no more reason to say, oh, I don't know why I ain't do it. No more. There's too many ways to get it done. I know y'all all be in the heat in the moment sometimes, but that's where discipline comes in. I get up and go right to the store before I let my little man control my thoughts. Just dive right in. No. No. But, to each his own. Whatever y'all choose to do, y'all choose to do. But I would rather everybody be safe. I really will. Speaking on that as well, I see everybody getting so possessive over each other, and y'all are so possessive, and nobody has rings on their fingers, nobody's married, nobody's like none of that. Everybody's just possessive over something temporary. You know what I've learned that I'm never going to be the only one. But I will enjoy my turn. It's crazy as that may sound. So I'm not worried about what's going on outside of them being around me, you being around me, or dealing with me. Whatever it is, that's what you got to do. I'll enjoy my time and my turn. Simple as that. Because if I keep worrying about what you're doing outside of me and what's going on and what's happening, I'm just going to keep driving myself crazy over something that's probably not even happening at all. Right? But also, just from my personal and past experiences, you're never going to be the only one. It's crazy. It's crazy to say that. But I can say that you should always enjoy your turn, no matter what happened or what's going on. Always enjoy your turn. Some people don't want to come to terms with that. Some people don't want to agree with it. But, to me, I'm just going to be honest and tell you how I feel. And again, these are my personal opinions and my personal opinions only. Why will you never be the only one? That's a great question. But I don't have the answer. I feel like I should be. I feel like I shouldn't have to worry about it. But history has just shown me that it's just not in the cards for me. You know what it is? Why I'll never be the only one is because I realize I'm not supposed to be a player on a team. I'm a coach, and coaches don't play. They used to, and I've learned my lesson from that. But coaches don't play. I guess that's why I won't be the only one. I don't know. I just don't feel like this generation, how do I say this without sounding like I'm being an asshole? I don't think the generation that I was born in, I don't think they really understand the true meaning of commitment. I think everybody wants to be in it for the title and not the commitment itself, not the struggles that you go through, not the issues you have, not the roadblocks you pass. I think they all just wanted to say, I'm with this person, I'm with that person, or hey, I'm a wife or I'm a husband. I don't think this generation really takes the word commitment seriously. And because I take it so serious and my feelings get so involved, I just don't think it's in the cards for me. I don't. And if I ran into someone, of course, if I ever ran into someone that changed the ways or they did that for me, then yeah, I wouldn't mind, trying again. But for right now, my mindset is just focusing on me and the kids. I love being a father, and I'm great at that. I'm amazing at that. So, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's so funny because it brings me into my next little topic. I say is you stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And a lot of my life, I didn't stand for anything valuable. I say valuable because I stood on the idea that people felt and thought the same way I did. That the entire world was all the same. We all felt and thought the same way. And I had to learn, you know what I mean? Like, reality sometimes sucks. It is a hit for sure. But throughout life, I've learned that because my boundary was never really there, I fell for anything that came my way. So whether it was friendships, relationships, whether it was family drama, work, whatever the case may be, I had to learn to build my own boundaries. I couldn't just let people choose for me. Because you know what happens when you choose or let people choose your boundaries? They always move that goalpost back more and more and more. All the fucking time. So what I had to start doing was taking that goalpost they originally moved and start putting it back where it should have been, which is right in front of their fucking faces. Yes, it was tough because I done went through a lot of heartbreaks, whether it's, again, relationships, friendships, family, and it wasn't easy to go through them. But the reason I went through them is because I didn't have those boundaries put up in the first place. So I stopped being mad at everybody else for what I allowed them to do to me. Right? Now, in turn, some of those people will never have access to me again in their life. Some of those people will never talk to me again. And that's a choice I choose to make. And it's nothing personal. I don't have any hate for them. I don't have any disgust towards them. I just want to keep distance between me and them, which I think is a boundary that I choose to not move. I think that's something I'm going to stand on so that I no longer continue to fall for anything they have going on. It's happened one too many times in my life, but I've learned my lesson. And I've learned the difference of people that genuinely want to be there versus people that are just there to, try to move those boundaries and goalposts. Because the people that want to be there, I ain't going to say they tiptoe around your boundaries, and I'm not going to say they cross your boundaries, but they know where they are to not let them interfere with the friendship or the relationship in general. Those are some dope ass people to have. Speaking of, no, I'm going to save that one last. Let me get to this one first. Those are some good people to have, and I say that because you always want to have good people with no hidden agendas around. It's very rare and very hard to find or see that. Me personally, I want to be living proof. I don't want to be. I am living proof that there are people in this world that have no hidden agendas, that just want to see you do good and do well. I'm not here to benefit off anything you're doing because it's what you're doing. If I offer a hand to help, it's because I had it to help. I don't care if that's whether to be in to help you get somewhere, whether that's, you had to borrow something, whether you needed time to talk or someone to vent to, whatever the case may be. If I can help, I'll help, right? And that's not me doing so with the intention or thought in my head that you owe me one, or, oh, hey, later on I can bring this up. I don't like stuff like that. I do it because I genuinely, in my heart, just like helping people. I just like doing well and doing good. However, I understand that the world is so shaky. I've been through life. I've been through reality. I've learned to tell a difference between fantasy and reality. And I see and I understand that it's very hard to come across someone like that. It's very hard to do so. Because the people you think are there with no hidden agendas, they really do have one, and it just takes its time to show. It's like the saying, patience is a virtue. Some people will wait it out long enough for their plan or their plot to go through. They don't have to worry about it taking a week or two. Some people will wait a year. Some people will wait 2. Some people, man, I've seen people wait 6 or 7. You know, like you can never fully know what people's intentions are with you. Some people love the long game. Some people love the short game. Some people just love the game in general, you know, and it's hard to tell who they are, where they are, you know. But I tell you one thing. If you set a boundary, if you set a line right there and you said, don't cross that line, and it didn't matter who it was that came to that line, you never let them cross it. It don't matter who it was. Not a single person was able to cross that line. There's going to be a time where you can make another line and do the same thing, and you ain't even got to keep your eye on the first one because they already know not to cross it. They already know. They already understand. So there'll be a time where all you have to do is set boundaries. You ain't got to worry about watching them. You ain't got to worry about, you know, making sure they still there, they standing up, because eventually people will know and they will see, oh, they don't play that shit. They don't play that shit at all. Those are the people, you know, that I give credit to, because you know your boundaries and you are so firm on them that, and I'm not saying this to sound like crazy, and it may be exaggerating, but I believe it's the truth. I think those kind of people will even question if God should cross that boundary when they've set it. Or if not question him crossing it, question why he crossed it. Those are the kind of, I think that's, you know, they are so firm on them. They believe in them so much that that's what they do. And I think that's great, man, because if you can do that, life will be a breeze for you. Because I'm telling you right now, I've lost people along, in this last year or two alone, I've lost people along the way that, you know, I would conversate with all the time or talk to all the time. But when they fell off, it did not affect me if we didn't talk anymore. Because 9 times out of the 10, we don't talk no more because they either did something or they didn't get the benefit they were looking for. Something in the situation to where I didn't notice it. Now, if there's somebody that I've noticed, it's because I know somewhere down the road I could have approached the situation differently. But I'm telling you, in the last year to 2, I haven't had that issue. Because I have been making everyone I come across understand my boundaries, where they are, where they will not be, which means they will not be moved. Because I don't play that shit no more. That's why all those people that used to say, oh, you've changed. Well, that's what you're supposed to do when you grow. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to be a different person. You're not supposed to stay the same and stay stagnant. Comfortability is how do I say this? In a way, it's a weakness. Some people get so comfortable in places, they get scared to reach higher. They get scared to go to the next step because they can do more. And I love being uncomfortable. It's growth. I'm always learning. I'm always growing. Uncomfortability is a great thing, you know. But one thing, even with me being uncomfortable, even with everything going on, I don't have to change my boundaries for no one. The way you express your boundaries should also be healthy. Some of you do it yelling or with aggression or with, you know, physical aggression at that, and nobody's hearing you when they see that you're going off on a rampage. Nobody's hearing you when they see that you can't talk in a calm tone. Nobody's hearing you when you're just throwing shit around. All they see is anger and emotion. But I guarantee you, if you can learn to express those boundaries to people in a healthy way, in a form of communication that they can understand, it'll be easier for you to have them stand on them. You know, you can't do going around like every fucking time y'all do this and y'all know I don't like y'all doing this and y'all do this every fucking time, and all I hear is you tripping, and I don't even know what you're talking about, because every time they do what and did what and made you feel like what? That's not saying any fucking thing. Nothing at all. That's not communicating. That's letting off steam. When you're ready to sit down and tell me the when, what, why, where, and how, then we can get to an issue or resolving an issue, right? I've dealt with people that act off of emotion, and I'm telling everyone this because even I was shocked the very first time it worked. But I'm telling you this: when you see people acting out of emotion, if you can grab their hand or touch them in some way, shape, or form, or get close by without seeming like a threat, and you can calmly express to them that, hey, I understand you're upset, and I don't want you to be upset. So let's calm down and talk about it, so we can fix it, so you won't be upset anymore. And 9 times out of 10, they freeze up, which gives them time to what? Cool down. But 9 times out of 10, they freeze up because they don't expect you to approach the conversation wanting to help, wanting to listen, wanting to talk. Like, hey, I'm trying to hear you out, but the way you're expressing it to me, I'm not fully understanding it. So maybe you can calm down a little bit, or maybe I need to give you a little bit of time so that we can talk about this in a more calm and professional manner. I kid you not. Again, 9 times out of 10, they're going to freeze up, or they're going to respond and say, okay, yeah, maybe that is a good idea. But even their response will be lower than the hell they were just raising a few seconds ago. I kid you not. But some of you all, and I used to be like that, and this is why I can say that. We get so defensive when somebody starts attacking us when we're trying to help. We want to attack back. I didn't know we was playing Battleship. I thought we was playing Operation, though, where we take care of each other. We fix each other. Well, let me not say fix each other like that, because you should already come healed, right? But when we have issues, we help each other fix them. So tell me what game we playing, because we playing Battleship. I don't even want to play this game. I'm on the wrong playing field at that point. So let me get away. But y'all have to learn to get away from that. Y'all let somebody say something in the middle of them being emotional, and it comes back at you. Like, and you know what's so funny? You know who taught me to control that? My children. My children have taught me to control that. Because when I get frustrated, I had to stop letting my frustration or their frustration become my frustration. They taught me that very well, and I'm glad they did. You know what I mean? As a parent, I'm glad. Like, even my children helped me grow. They taught me that. So when you can actually sit down and express how you feel, and for all those people that want to say, well, some people don't listen, then that's a clear sign right there. If you're trying to calmly sit down and express and talk about how you feel or how something bothered you, and that person won't allow you to do so or won't take it serious, that's your answer. Why are they around? Why are they near you? For what? Huh? No, they don't need to be. Some of you really think that because you start off as a good person to somebody and you don't have any hidden agendas at the moment, that when you do get one, it's okay because you started off without having one. No, it's the same fucking thing. You're still not a good person. You have a hidden agenda. Because let me tell you how that should go. When you have a thought about something you want to try to do, the last thing you need to do is manipulate that person. So let's put it like this. I got friends that do music or artists or comedy. Let's say I bring I want one of my friends to do comedy to come to the show. I'm going to tell him, hey, listen, I want you to come to the show because it'll be good publicity, good promo for me and you. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm going to tell him how many documented listeners and listeners we have here at the station. Yes, I'm going to explain how long I've been doing the show. Yes, I'm going to explain what can be done for him. But I'm also going to tell him, hey, not to mention that that's the benefit for you, but I get benefits too. Like your followers will know who I am now. Your people will see me, that they'll know who I am, and vice versa. But it's a actual, team effort. So I'm going to come to you and tell you exactly what it is. I'm not going to sit up here and befriend you and act like we all buddy and be all cool and laughing and try to sneak way that I got a show, a radio, a podcast or whatever. I'm not going to sneak none of that into the conversation to try to get you to bite. Because if I want you to do something, I'm going to come and talk to you about it. I don't need to have a hidden agenda to do so. But some of y'all will try to sneak it in or try to wait y'all time or moment to try to get what you can out of somebody, and it's crazy what y'all will do for that. Man, it is wild. But I'm sorry. Anybody that is around me, I love one thing that people always tell me, and I love to hear it because it's very reassuring to the soul. You know, when you think you have a dope soul, hearing this, you know, just reassures that, and it's just nice, especially from, you know, random people. But they always say your aura, your energy is just, it's amazing. It's different. It's so great. And I love hearing that. I really do. I really love hearing that. And one of the reasons that you probably see that is because I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. I say that in a way of, I don't care how you think. I don't care if I came outside with 5 different colors on with this suit I got on. It's the reason I came outside with 5 different colors on this suit. I don't care if I came out the house with tennis shoes on in a suit instead of dress shoes. I don't care if I came outside completely bald instead of just cutting my hair like I normally always do. I don't care what has happened. I don't care if I've gotten beat up and publicly in the public got beat up and stripped naked in front of everybody and the ambulance had to carry me away. I will get back up the next day and walk high like it never even happened because I don't give a fuck. Things happen. You got to learn to let go of them. You got to learn to deal with it. Me personally, I love to enjoy the positive things in life. I love to enjoy life's excitements. And trust me, everything else with life that comes along with it, we may not enjoy it, but I'm grateful for it. But what I do enjoy about life is the ups, because there's not too many of them, but you got to catch them while you can. And every time you get an up, you should celebrate it. So I'm always in a great mood, because as long as one thing good happened that day, I'm going to be great. I'm going to be in a great mood. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be wonderful. I'm going to be Mr. Fantastic. Like, I'm going to be super, like, hyped. I'm just going to say super hyped. Because off of that one thing. That's just the kind of person I am. So when you see me around people and you're wondering why I'm happy or why I'm excited, it may not have been because I came to this event or this party, but it may have been because earlier that day I found out that, I don't know, something happened. I got a great tip at work. Or, you know, somebody bought me something Spider-Man. Like, y'all don't understand. You bring me, I don't care if I got this keychain from my coworker she brought me a while ago. For work, she brought me a keychain in the Spider-Man. And I still get happy about that motherfucking keychain that she brought me. You know what I mean? Like, it can be the smallest thing, but I get happy off of shit like that. And that shit will give me a high for the whole entire day. You know, sometimes, as you see, days on. But, that's just me. You know? I've been through some hell and back. You know what I mean? But I don't really care to tell my stories. I don't want sympathy. I don't even want empathy. I just want to be, I guess I do want to be understood, but, you know, I guess when somebody wants to understand me, they'll ask, right? There we go. Some of y'all, though, have a dark cloud that you got to get rid of. I know negative things happen more than positive things throughout the day, but if we spent our entire day thinking of all the bad shit that went wrong, we wouldn't get anywhere. I'm not telling you every single day that I live is perfect. No day is perfect. You know what I mean? No day is perfect. But every day has something good in it. At least one thing. Everybody like, no it don't, no it don't. You woke up, didn't you? They hate when I do that. You know I got a smart mouth. So when I be like, every day has something good in it. And they be like, no it don't, no it don't, no it don't. Yes it do. You fucking woke up. That was the good in that day. You opened your eyes for yet another day to breathe and walk and talk for another 24 hours to get shit done, to move on with life, to make a better life for you, a better situation. So yes, something good did happen every day. You know, sorry, I got a little passionate about that. I get passionate about life sometimes, you know. I get real passionate. So I got to say this statement first before I get into my next topic, because I don't want to say it after because it's going to sound kind of crazy. However, one topic, and it kind of answers the question, why will you never be the only one? People love the idea of me, but they don't know how to treat me when they have me. And no matter how understanding you can be, you will only sit up there and try to explain or talk to people so much or so often before getting fed up, you know, in a way. So people will say, and I think I said this before, people love the idea of me, but they don't really want me. People want to, like women, they want a good man. They want a man that's going to be faithful. A man that goes to work, a man that takes care of his kids. You know, a man that's doing something in life. You know what I mean? That's just trying to move forward. You know, you want a good, decent man. And I kid you not, man. You know, most of the women I've ran into, it's just, I don't want to blame them, but it's in a way, the men that they're used to dealing with, they are so traumatized by those men that they're used to dealing with that I look like a facade. So with me looking like a facade, they don't want to take that seriously. You know what I mean? Because granted, it's something they've never really seen, and it doesn't matter how much reassurance I want to try to give to them. I can't help that. Those are things they have to heal from themselves, because I am fighting problems and demons that are not even on my battlefield. They're not, in no way, shape, or form. So you have to pretty much allow people to experience you, of course. But when you see that they cannot live up to your standards or boundaries, stop letting things go for the second, third, fourth, fifth time. Especially for those of you that are just in relationships. Y'all are not married. There's nothing that you need to forgive except for yourself for wasting your time. That's it. That's it. As simple as that. But some of you are just feeling like, you know, you got to put that fight into a relationship in order to get there. And it's like, no. The relationship shows that, you know, you have the fight in you. The relationship shows that you want to go the extra mile. But the commitment is where marriage comes in. And some of you are given the fighting you should give in a marriage, in a relationship, and you wonder why you're so tired. Because you're putting so much fight into something that you don't even know if it's going to last. And that's heartbreaking in you. Anybody. It really is. But, you know, teach his own. Teach his own. So for me now, regardless of what the situation may be, I don't care who it is. I don't care if you love the idea of me. Show me and prove it to me. Otherwise, there's nothing for me to prove. You know, I feel like my actions speak louder than words. Talk is cheap, right? Here you go. This next topic, I want to bring it up, but I don't want to talk about anything of the topic, but I just want to reference around it, okay? The Jada and Will Smith thing, like, I'm only bringing that up. I don't care about anything that's happening or going on personally. I don't want to bring up or talk about anything that they're personally going through or going on, because there's been so many rumors and talks and conversations that everything is just fumbled around at this point. So there's no need to really talk about the situation, their situation. But I do want to talk about the situation, which is some of y'all are running around like that. Some of y'all are Will and Jada. Some of y'all refuse to admit that that's what y'all are. Some of y'all are in these situationships that only one person is only understanding that they're in it at the moment. Or y'all in situations where y'all are just embarrassing each other back to back. Whatever the case may be, some of y'all are them, but y'all want to sit up there and try to laugh and mock that situation. No. That situation shows why it's so important to clearly communicate when you're dating. Right? And when you are communicating, don't forget that as you're communicating, you need to take a step back, and you also need to comprehend. So you also need to understand, you know, what's going on or what you're dealing with. But some of y'all don't want to comprehend. You just want to communicate. And you can't do that. When you're dating, you have to do both. You have to communicate, express what bothers you, what you have issues with. But you also have to understand what that other person has issues with or what bothers them. Y'all don't want to do it. I don't know why you don't want to put the extra legwork in, because it'll save you so much for later on down the road. I swear it will. But to each his own. Y'all don't want to do it, so whatever, but I'm telling you, you should. If you want to keep going around pointing a finger, I always say, remember, when you point one, there's always three pointing back. So you can't point the finger at someone in the situation you're in. Yes, that entire situation may be crazy, it may be weird, this may be going on, that may be going on. Them people are celebrities, for one, and two, you'll never know the full inside story of the entire relationship. Whatever's going on right now is going on right now between them. I let it go when they got on a red table talk and they bump fisted to bad marriage for life. At that point, we had nothing else to say to these people about what they choose to do and how they choose to operate. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Let it go. L-I-G it, Reggie. It is what it is. But some of y'all will just sit up there and just, man, y'all will make it a big issue. A big issue. And y'all might be in these situations. I think a lot of us would really benefit from asking the right questions versus asking the dramatic questions. And I think y'all know the difference on that. Y'all be so worried as to what happened and who was there, but you should have been like, well, how do you feel after that happened? Understand the person, learn them, talk, have better questions, not the simple, basic, dramatic questions. I think if you all put more understanding into the person you wanted to deal with, it would be easier to impress and, take care of them. But I think the issue is you all want to look so well for that person. You're more so worried about how you look in their eyes instead of how they feel as well. I mean, granted, you should look at both, but also take the time out to say, how do you feel about that? What's going on with that? What do you think we should do? What do you think is going on in that? What are your thoughts and opinions on this subject? But we are, again, we're all human. And I say this a lot, and I don't really think people catch it too much. But as human beings, there is one trait that we all have in common. Do y'all know what that is? Hold on. The one trait we all have in common is survival. We all have that in common. We can all survive. So I think that's what we're all doing, or what we've been prone to do or accustomed to do in these situations is survive. I think everybody's in one relationship surviving it till they get to the next, which is crazy. I think everybody should get out of that survival instinct in the relationship, survive on your own, see that you can be stable on your own, take care of yourself on your own, and then try to join in with somebody else. Because all the problems weighing you down and you don't want to speak about them to the other person is going to weigh you both down. Simple as that. So again, just try to communicate, but also try to comprehend what's being communicated. Don't be one of them. Don't be one of them at all. Me personally, as y'all see, I grow every single day, every week. I try to be a better person, a better individual. Most importantly, a better father. Because I was tired, and I still am tired of being comfortable. I want to be uncomfortable. I want to grow. I want to be a different man. I want to be a better man every single day of my life. I got 4 kids, 4 black kids that I'm raising. I have to be a symbol of strength. Actually, not strength. Change that. I have to be a symbol of vulnerability. A symbol of vulnerability, so they can know. It's not about being vulnerable. It's about knowing how and when to be. That's why I was so happy when my son told me he wanted me to be Superman for his birthday party, because I was happy to see that my son saw me as such a strong individual. So happy. I will always be excited about that. Melted my little heart, it did. Anyway, long story short, again, y'all be out here, be safe with each other. And that's in every way, shape, or form. Sexually, mentally, physically. Be safe, take care of yourselves so you can take care of your partner. So you can take care of your children. So you can have a better future, better life. It's that easy, that simple. Our health is serious. And for y'all not to be taking it serious, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Anyway, I'll go ahead and let y'all go for the week. In review, stay safe. Try to be one of those good people with no hidden agendas. We all can be one if we just start somewhere. And remember, most importantly, stand for something, or you will fall for anything. You surely will. So don't forget to follow me on the socials. Juss Quanni. Juss Quanni 23 on TikTok. But Juss Quanni on Instagram and Twitter. Quanni 702 as well on both of those, Instagram and Twitter. Choose your character as well. Facebook is Mark Quan Thomas, or Quan Facebook Joe Thomas, because I'm in Facebook jail a lot sometimes. And also choose your characters on Facebook as well. It's its own separate page, so got that taken care of too. But don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, reach out. Again, I'll see y'all again next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all so much. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'll catch y'all next week.